Hello, this is yet another video on my 2x2x2x3 puzzle, and this one is going to be on the topic of how can we access all 24 possible moves of this puzzle without putting the pink or purple axis on the outside of the puzzle. So to keep track of that, I created this list, or table I guess. So on the left here we have each of the 8 colors, or I guess cubes or cuboids at the start of the puzzle. So we have white, yellow, green, blue, red, orange, pink, and purple. And each of these can be turned in 3 different axes, which could be referred to as like X, Y, and Z, but to keep it a little easier to keep track of as we move the puzzles around or do gyro moves on here, I categorized it as what other colors they're preserving. So let's say for this blue chunk, well no, actually I'll do orange. So for orange we can turn it like this, and this preserves pink and purple. So that would be orange preserving pink and purple. So that would be this move. And then we also have a move that preserves white and yellow, so that would be here. And then a move here that preserves green and blue, so that would be here. So that kind of shows the 3 moves that these can each do. So now I'm just going to compare that on the physical puzzle. So first off, we have the white chunks, and well, white and yellow, because these are both very accessible. We can turn this so that it preserves orange and red in this direction. We can turn it this way to preserve pink and purple, and we can turn it this way to preserve green and blue. And so that is these all covered. The same applies to yellow. So we can preserve green and blue, we can preserve orange and red, and we can preserve pink and purple. So that's these checked. And I also put these NAs because it's not applicable for an axis where you turn white and it preserves white, because it's always going to preserve white, and it doesn't really make sense for the way that we're categorizing these. So then we can also access this turn here, which turns green, and let's look at that on here. So currently I have the puzzle oriented like this, and I'm turning green in a way that it preserves orange and red. So if I turn this, you can see it swapped white and yellow, and it preserves the pink and purple like that. So we do also have access to that move, so green, blue, where it preserves orange, red, and the same applies to blue. So we can turn it here to preserve orange, red. We can also turn red and orange to preserve green and blue on these outer axes. And these are 180-degree turns, but for this puzzle, like I was showing with the special axis in the previous video, these turns can only turn in 180 degrees, so this actually does give us access to everything. So this move specifically was the orange side, preserving green, blue, and that is like this. So that is orange, preserving green, blue, these ones also. So then we have axial twists for the blue. So yeah, we can start with blue like this, and that swaps the pink and purple like this, and preserves, actually I did the wrong move here, it preserves white and yellow like this. So that's blue preserving white and yellow. We can also do green preserving white and yellow. And then if we put red or orange, sorry, it just popped out. So if we do red or orange also, the same way, preserving white and yellow. Alright, so that's already a large number of the moves covered. So we just have green and blue and red and orange for preserving pink and purple, and then these pink and purple turns. So let's check what pink and purple turns we still have access to right now without gyroing at all. So we have access to a pink turn, or a purple turn in this case, like this, which preserves the red and orange. So let's look at that on here. No, that would not be it. That would be, sorry, I'm blanking right now. It preserves orange and red. So yeah, that would be like this. However, as you notice here on the virtual puzzle, we can turn that in 90-degree increments. Whereas on here, we are only able to do a 180-degree turn. So we do have some access to this, but I wouldn't call it full access, so I'm not going to mark that yet. The same applies to pink over here. We just have a 180-degree access to this and this, so not quite full. We do also, though, have a access to turns with the pink or purple through axial twists when it's in this kind of long position. So if we put that here, we can turn pink in this case and preserve white yellow, and also turn purple, preserving white yellow. So we can mark down those, so pink and purple for preserving white yellow. And so we, without gyroing at all, we've already accessed all except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can access 2/3, so 16 of the 24 moves, without gyroing at all. Then if we do a gyro, in this case I'll be putting red to the outside, well, red and orange, and then we do the 2x2 gyro, then do on here D2, Ly2, D2, and then bring them to the front, then fold out. You can then put this in between here again, and now let's check which moves we did not have access to before. So we have green and blue where it preserves pink and purple. So let's see where we can do that. I'm blanking at the moment where we can do that. Oh yes, so here we can turn pink, we can turn this green and blue axis to preserve pink, purple in this long orientation. And we can do the same for orange or red by turning like this. That preserves both pink and purple, while turning red or orange. And for green and blue, we can do this same move to preserve pink or purple while green or blue is on the outside. So we can check off these, and then we just have these pink and purple ones left. So in this orientation, we can do a pink or purple move while preserving red or orange. So we can mark those up. So that was purple in this case, and we can just flip it out and do pink. And then, unfortunately, to get access to this last pink and purple turn, we have to put green and blue on the outside. So this does mean that only one pink and purple move is really fully accessible at any given time, based on which color is gyroed to the outside, which isn't optimal. So that's what I'm going to be talking a bit about in just a moment. Oh, I forgot to do the bringing it to the front and folding it out. Okay, so now that we have green and blue on the outside, we can now turn pink while preserving green and blue, and purple also while preserving green and blue. So that is our last moves checked off. So we do have access to all 24 of the moves, as I've just shown, without putting the pink or purple to the outside. However, the pink and purple turns are really inconvenient to do, like one axis and then turning a different axis right after each other. And so it wouldn't be practical at all to say do RKT on one of these purple or pink or purple chunks. So that's why I'm going to do something here, which is another super sketch gyro for now, but it puts pink and purple on the outside, and then for this chunk, I'm going to do some weird moves that aren't going to make sense for now. Oh, so this way. These are just more weird moves to reposition and reorient in a certain way, like this. So this may look really weird at first. It's not something you've seen at all yet, but right now we do have access to all 3 of the pink axis turns and all 3 kind of awkwardly at the purple right now. But this position is equally as equivalent to this, so we can also do the purple pretty easily. So now what's going on with these pieces? So currently we have these yellow pieces all in this ring, and they're lined up with this inner yellow chunk here. So if we move this yellow chunk like this, that is actually equivalent. I'm going to put yellow in the middle, and then we have purple and pink, so it's oriented like this. So we can actually do this turn here. And we can see that the colors still line up there. We have green and blue. If I turn this one more time, we have green and blue have swapped, red and orange have swapped. I can also just turn it 90 degrees. So if I turn it back to here, we have green where the red is, like that. And we can do the same for white if we just, I guess, flip this over here. So now the white is in the same way. And these moves like this may seem kind of weird, how I'm kind of restacking it like this, but these are all completely equivalent positions. And we can kind of see that if I do something even weirder for just a second, that these act kind of as a ring, like this. So the ring goes from yellow to purple to white to pink. And it's all about these blue and green pieces. So if I look on here, we do kind of have a ring that goes purple to yellow to pink and to white. I wish this was like MC4D with the nice animations. Oh, actually, maybe if I turn up the animation speed, does it show it? No, it still doesn't show it. Okay. But these white, purple, and pink pieces are kind of in a loop here. And that is kind of shown here, and then we have blue on the top. So this presents the question, can we turn blue about this loop? Oh, the animation speed is still really low because I changed it. Can we turn blue about this axis here, turning it kind of, wait, no, it would be this one here, turning it about the loop, because we have the white, purple, yellow, and pink loop. The answer to that is yes, in a way. So if we kind of shift it down the loop and then bring this around as if it was just kind of looping around, we actually get a valid turn there. So if we turn that, we can see that the purple has moved along, the white has moved along. We can see that the yellow pieces up here and the white pieces up here have all moved along. So this move is available to us in this axis as well. So this gives us access to these moves, as well as the moves for the purple and pink axis. Pink pretty easily right now, and then if we just restack it, moving the pieces all along that loop, so like a 40 rotation, then we can turn the purple, and this could make doing things such as RKT on a purple or pink chunk much more viable. And then, so yeah, this is something that isn't entirely necessary for a 2x2x2x3. However, for representing larger puzzles and getting all the turns accessible on those, it might be needed for this, and as well as just making solves on this 2x2 by 2 by 3 easier. So yeah, that is another video on the 2x2 by 2 by 3. I hope you found it interesting. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in a video, and if you have any questions.